huge blessings upon you and the light that sparkles in your eyes. Bless the music you make when you remember to laugh. Bless the earth and everything that dared to make you laugh. Bless the morning. Bless the day. Bless the sunlight on your face. Bless the night. Bless the stars. Bless the moon in all her charm. Bless your lover. Bless your friends. Bless everyone who brings you blessed, peaceful happiness. And bless your pain too. Bless your tears. Bless the nights that fed you sorrow, then dropped you gently into morning's palm. Bless your ever-beating heart for her choice to keep on beating. Bless your feet and every shaky step they kept on taking. Bless all of you, every bit of you. Bless you selfish. Bless you kind. Bless you gentle. Bless you wild. Bless you laughing and angry and sad. Bless you tired and laying in bed. And bless you fighting to change the world. Child, bless you afraid. In all your humanity, bless you. You are worthy and precious and loved. You are here. And what glory that is. What glory. Thank you.
Don't fight if the man is bigger. My life so far has been a short thread, but my eyesight has been longer. Long enough to see the blood stain that drew a map on the hospital wall of that little city. Not a city set on a hill. A city set on fire cannot be hidden from all to see. The bullet became a nomad, flying around with no direction. Finally, it finds a home in the heart of a 5-year-old. That baby rose to the heaven with a loud cry, not hallelujah, not hosanna, but a cry to be freed from the grip of pain, a cry that invited death to the soul of that child. Don't fight if the man is bigger. Did Gaza know that it could amass a mass of fallen soldiers, unveiling the face behind the marks of Israel? In the end, we would not remember the defeats from our enemies, but the false predictions of our own friends. Don't fight if the man is bigger. He that is with us is greater than he that is with them, but he that is with us could also be with them. Your voice is an empty barrel in the face of a bullet. Don't fight if the man is bigger. He that flees the battlefront today lives to fight another day. But while your strength is feeble, don't fight if the man is bigger. Thank you.
As much as I have the title for this write-up, I honestly don't know how I'm going to navigate from the first words in this script to the main point and agenda behind the title. But let's give it a try nonetheless, because experience taught me the attempt in writing often breeds the momentum to creating something worthwhile. I guess I don't have it. For a moment there, I thought I knew what I was going to write, building on the little momentum gathered from squeezing out words from my partly writer block mind. I have doubts. Maybe that's why I can't think of writing. Maybe I'm putting too much pressure on myself. Maybe I need to calm down. Maybe I need to reevaluate the intentions behind my write-ups. Maybe, and maybe, without a definitive conclusive answer. I would have said Femi caused this, but he's irrelevant on this topic. And maybe he is. Maybe I've taken his words too seriously and let his negativity sap out my creative juice. Maybe the pressure to be relevant is what's suppressing my abilities. Maybe, and maybe. Going round and round without coming to a definitive conclusion. I wouldn't like to think I'm the only one on this block. Then there'll be little hope of recovery. Maybe it's just a phase. Maybe all writers go through this at some point or another in their lives. Maybe it's all part of the creative process. Maybe, and maybe without a definitive answer. I'll keep looking and hoping, and maybe reading and researching. This isn't a dead end. Maybe it's the beginning of the end to my somewhat creative death. Maybe, or maybe not. But to keep hope alive, maybe I just need to breathe, chill, and see where the wind blows myself. Maybe. Thank you.
Somewhere in Isaleko, a boy scribbles his first poem. He's learning firsthand how to pick himself apart with metaphors, learning how to make imageries out of blurry things, learning that poetry can be an euphemistic way to talk about gory things. See, The boy's first poem isn't always a love poem. You can ask Savvy. That boy is climbing the stage for the first time, about to perform his first poem. Should I tell him that sometimes the stage is a boxing ring and is not Muhammad Ali enough to land all his punches? Sometimes a punchline doesn't hit the target. But what does a poet have in common with a boxer? They are both packing a punch, trying to hit at delicate spots. But the boy doesn't know that not all these people before him value the sport. Some are wondering what a metaphor is there for. Therefore, the poet doesn't always have to be a boxer, throwing punches while expecting the audience to snap when the blows hit. See, sometimes the first time the poet blows it. Somewhere in Ogbomoso, a girl is climbing the stage for the first time. Her tongue interwoven with panic, she is about to perform her first poem. She wonders if her poem is poetic enough to be called a poem. Her lungs fold up in prayer that her words do not fleetingly flounder away from her. Her lungs fold up in prayer that the stage do not send its fright to prey on her. Should I tell her? Should I tell her that sometimes, like mismanaged logs, the stage doesn't smell nice, and not every talent can survive the stench? You can ask nice. Sometimes the stage is fire underwater, Esau's hands, Jacob's voice, the calm before the storm. But in spite of all this, the stage is sagely. It teaches you that sometimes a punchline is a boomerang. It comes back to eat you. It teaches you that no matter how gory your story is, the stage is the safest place to give it wings. See, the stage is only. It's everything home can be. That stillness before your voice caresses the mic. Tell me, how else do you define peace? This is what Trinity is: the poet, the stage, the mic. So dear poets, do not give up. When your words fail you, when your confidence fail you, when your memory fails you, look down. The stage will not fail you. Look up. God will not fail you. Now look straight ahead and ensure you do not fail you.
Greek fables talk of Prometheus, a titan who stole fire from the gods to give to man. I too want to steal some of God's fire. I want to mutter, let there be light, and create something out of nothing. I write because there's a darkness in my head, vast, without form and void, and moving upon the face of the deep. And my pen is the light and the knife, breaking the unknown to the known. My words are the rod and the staff, anchoring me and reminding me that there will be no more pain, there will be no more tears. I write because there's a sinking, clutching, tightening in my chest, and my words are my parachutes, softening my fall in an ever-changing world built with quicksand. I write for diffusion or osmosis or active transport, to reduce that same darkness from my head, channeling it through the black ink of my pen to the white of the paper. And maybe, just maybe, the purity of the white pages will move from the sheets to my head and make life brighter. I write because I know that one day I'll be gone, and yet I want my essence to remain. In the beginning was the word, and beyond the final curtain, the echoes of my word will remain. Thank you.
I am usually not a love poet, but I have seen enough to know that love breaks chains, love liberates, and if wishes were horses, tongue-tied lover boys would never get to ride. What if I see you and the first thing that I say is my name? Would it mean the first step to freedom? What if I say your name? Would you give me your hand so I can pull you close? What if I sing you a love song? Would it come to you as a freedom song, a redemption song? Free my heart of this longing. What if I tell you a story? A story of a heart with many dents. Would you come bearing a potion of healing? What if I cry? Would you give me your shoulders? What if I call you a wonder? What would it take to invite me to your world yonder? What if I make you a promise to love you more than anything in the world? I promise to love you like God. In fact, I will help you love God. We will build this love on the foundation that never fails. We will never fail because our love is modeled after the greatest of all. If I call you sister, will you call me brother too? If I tell you I love you, will you tell me you love me too? If I play you the strings from my heart, will your heart sing melodies? Will we make a beautiful harmony such that the orchestra in heaven comes down to take lessons? Let us grow our love into a beautiful garden big enough to conquer all the hate in the world. I am not trying to find God a rival, but of a truth, you rule my world. We are but ordinary people, but we love in the equation. We can rule the world. See, I know your name is not Habakkuk, but you are the one Habakkuk for me. I never knew God was such a great builder. See, as you said, like a city set on a hill. The Bible tells me that on my tongue lies the power of death and life, and I took it too seriously because you are the one I prayed into existence. Let us build this love so strong that when people ask us how these things be, we tell them we are no athletes, but not God, they run them. When they ask us how these things be, we tell them we are no athletes, but not God, they run them. Thank you very much.
All of us just beautiful. It's not my poem. I'm just reading it. It's by Gwendolyn Brooks. It's titled. Don't ruin my. It's titled "To the Young Who Want to Die." To the young who want to die, sit down. Inhale, exhale. The gun will wait. The lake will wait. The tall girl in the small seductive veil will wait. Will wait. Will wait a week. Will wait through April. You do not have to die this certain day. Death will abide, will pamper your postponement. I assure you, death will wait. Death has a lot of time. Death can attend to you tomorrow or next week. Death is just down the street, is most obliging neighbor, can meet you any moment. You need not die today. Stay here, through pulse or pain or peskiness. Stay here. See what the news is going to be tomorrow. Grapes grow no green that you can use. Remember, green is your color. You are spring. Thank you.
And this one is no more love poems. No more love poems. See, I had sworn to never write any more love poems, for as many times that I immerse myself in the ocean of love, turns out to be a baptism of disappointments. Sometimes it lasts in love and sometimes it hurts. But in my case, I smell no roses, for I have lost in love, and each time it hurts. It hurts that my poems don't set the right tones, or am I missing a note? See, for every love poem that I write, I raise a bar. And now I have mounted enough bars to form a cage of love, and now I am the newest prisoner for love. Every day feels like the dawn of my birthday. Yesterday felt like the 50th, because I felt golden. Today, like the 60th, because diamonds don't shine brighter than this, and now it all makes sense. Now it all makes sense that delay is not denial. For in my numerous love poems, I said prayers. And every prayer is a beat of this big miracle that you are. You are a walking miracle. You remind me of when we pray to God to order our footsteps. You are proof that God answers prayers. It is in the way that you walk, like light stepping into darkness, like when you stepped into my life and rendered all of my insecurities lifeless. It is in the way that you say my name. It is music to my soul, an orchestra with heavenly tunes. It is how your lips are laced with a chapstick of hope. It is how your kisses taste like a dream come true. And yes, I know it's true that I had sworn to never write any more love poems. But how do I know write about your awesomeness? How the tingle in your voice makes me want to worship your majesty. See, how do I know write about love? Burning in your timid eyes like fire, burning and melting eyes, it burns me. It burns me, and like incense, I'll let out all of my sweetness. Can you feel the heat in my confessions? And one more confession. You are my muse. The very reason I'll keep writing love poems till the end of days. And yes, I know it's true that I had sworn to never write any more love poems. But this time, I immersed myself in the ocean of love, and I am happily drowning. Thank you.
Quick. The thing is by Ellen Bass. The thing is to love life, to love it even when you have no stomach for it. And everything you've held there crumbles like burnt paper in your hands, your throat filled with the silt of it. When grief sits with you, its tropical heat thickening the air, heavy as water, more fit for gills than lungs. When grief weighs you down like your own flesh, only more of it, an obesity of grief. You think, how can a body withstand this? Then you hold life like a face between your palms, a plain face, no charming smile, no violet eyes, and you say, yes, I will take you. I will love you again. Thank you.
I I think you're special. I hope that you think the same of yourself. So that is why I made this just for you. Are you ready? So this is what a woman is not. What a woman is not. Let me tell you what a woman is not. Woman, you are not an afterthought, you are the one on God's mind. When God was distressed by the feeling of incompleteness, He sent His best and He sent you for man to have a taste of perfection. He sent you to complete and not compete. He didn't create you to struggle for survival. He put you in places men can but lose every other thing to protect. Is that why man calls you the apple of his eyes? He gave you a throne right next to him in man's heart. Isn't that why man says that you are the queen of his heart? He placed you to take over what men have little or no control over. He positioned you in his dreams. At night, when he retires, and in the day when he's daydreaming, he can't help but call you the woman of his dreams. Let me tell you what a woman is not. Woman, you are not one of God's tricks. You are on a mission. On a mission to give life and never take it back. You are a creator. You are the song on the creator's lips. The reason he sings and dances and lives when God had no delight in burnt offerings and sacrifices. He sees you and feels a great rush of burning delight. Woman, you are on a mission to fulfill God's greatest heart desires. When he said, go into the world, be fruitful and multiply, did he forget to give the man a womb? Woman, I tell you, you are not an afterthought. You are the one on God's mind. Let me tell you what a woman is not. Woman, you are not subject to objectification. Woman, you are strong and bold. The world may have a truckload of objections to your existence, but woman, you are not a representation of confusion. You are not a product of boredom. You are God's reason to step aside from his throne for a moment to dance like a child. You are not a victim of assault, woman. You are salt. You are a taste of God's faithful promises that we cannot get enough of. You are life in abundance. Let me tell you how I like my women. I like them tall. I like them plus. I like them slim and short. I like them fair and not. I like them straight. I like them curved. I like your eyes and nose. I like your eyes and nose. Woman, your name is a symbol of honor. Your name is your essence. Woman, you are eternal. Woman, you are Mary Rose. Give me names, give me names. Give me names. Woman, you are Maria. I'm trying to remember your name. Toyi, woman, you are Toyi. I don't know that. Woman, you are baby. Woman, you are darling. Woman, you are all the beautiful things of this world that I cannot fit into this poem. Thank you.
This body. This body is not an apology. It will not apologize for things it knows nothing about. It will not explain itself to caress coward curiosities. This body was not made to fit into your definition of what beauty is, of what sexy is. This body is what it says it is. This body isn't a rebound tool, something you get under just to get over someone, hoping that your moans will be loud enough to deafen your pain. This body is not an answer to the empty side of your bed. Neither would it answer the many questions you have about giving head. This body is not a consumable, something to chop and clean mouth. And just so you are not in any doubt, this body has a mouth and it would speak for itself. This body is a forest of 1,000 demons. And I know each of these demons by name. Isn't that what you call familiar spirits? See, so I said this body is a forest of 1,000 demons. And I know each of these demons by name. Isn't that what you call familiar spirits? See, one of these demons is the reason I do poetry. So in case you ever wondered why my poetry is so deep, I write for spirits. My words are whiskey enough for spirits to get high on. And even if I refuse to write, they chase me down irrespective of where I run. When I get on stage, the spirit of your ancestors takes seat behind you, ready to snap fingers at my words. My words are spirit and life. I do not write for just mortals. If you listen to me long enough, you would catch this spirit too. So one of these demons is the reason I write poetry. Yet another is the reason why I forget my lines. Yet another is the reason why I forget my lines. But another reminds me, you see, these demons don't always agree. Is that what it means to have mood swings? On some days, I am a city conflicting against itself. On days like this, my flesh is willing, but my spirit is weak. My face is beaming, but my soul is bleak. So one of these demons is the reason why I do poetry. Yet another is the reason why I forget my lines. One of these demons is an introvert. She's the reason I only find comfort in lonely places. She's too shocked I can boldly say this. This body has a mouth and it would speak for itself. I hope you hear when it says, please, do not pick on me, please. I'm trying to be the best I can be, please. Don't be too hard on me, please. I hope you hear. See, just like you, this body gets scared too. But in spite of all this, this body is God's temple, the closest you would get to divinity. This body is God's canvas. This is where He paints His Almighty. This body is God's coat of many colors.
This poem is, I've never finished it since I started it, but it just makes sense that it's for this moment. So, yes. Don't look at me like something that wandered here by mistake. Sure, you know how far I traveled to arrive here. I come from people who harvested the sun with bare hands, who held it by the neck and dragged it clear across east to west on the days it threatened not to rise. People who, when the clouds got too thick, too heavy, left the rain behind and rode out into sunshine. I looked myself in the face. I looked that yawning blackness in the eye and did not give in to any insanity, did not give in to any fear. I crumbled the thing that tried to crumble me, and I did not bend while doing it. I did not break. I vehemently refused to shape shifts or borrow another man's skin. I wore my own face. I answered to my own name. I said amen to my own prayers until the darkness echoed it in turn. You think say it easy to look yourself in the face and not fall back in terror. You think saying a small thing. Oh yeah, do am if it easy, Sherry. Do am if it easy.
Money no dey buy happiness, and is my first shot. Is my first shot at writing like a poem that is like more than 80% pidgin. Alright, so the next time person tell you say money no dey buy happiness, tell am make you try more money, preferably hard currency. Sometimes person dey need hard currency to live soft life. And if your currency no strong enough, you gats add currency to take chop life. And no be gra, life na log of wood. For easy carriage, you gats chop life. Man made money, but many would argue it takes money to be a man. A statement Adam fit no understand, but na money dey gel all things, even the under where I stand. You get balls no mean say you are not a man without balls. Haven't you heard? Money is the new balls. So bro, how big is your ball sack? Can I lie dey your front end? I been a full stack. But irrespective of what your answer is, know that bloodied hands do not fare well knowing peace. See, the easiest way to possess a foul spirit is to sell your soul for chicken change. And I've had the devil like frozen foods. So make money at all costs. But do not be a brazen fool. And if you like they do strong dead, no worry, your basin goes so full. Wetin go around go still come around. Even if you get accidents, karma go wheel am round. I know say karma no be 1 minute man, you know they like come fast. But no matter how we tey, you know they miss road like us wey get compass. And if you like bone face, karma no dey fall for who dey form pass. And if you think say your otumopo strong, aje your otumopo fit no last. Before you get offended, chillax, I know they wish you bad. But no be everything wey permanent tapa see on top tree, they come down, come cast. So listen to these words and eat. Time no dey wait for any man, they like run fast.
I survived cancer, and it's a big testimony for me because before the whole thing came to be, I had never been admitted in a hospital, and the next thing that is eating me is cancer. And for the whole of 2022, I was not talking to anybody about it. Nobody knew. People were seeing my posts online and all that, and nobody had any idea of it. And it brings me back to one of my popular poems. If you hear this message wherever you stand, I stand with each other, my mother don't break. So when I say, if you hear this message wherever you stand, I stand with each other, my mother don't break. No, I've not started. You say Mafo. Is that okay? So if you hear this message wherever you stand, I stand with each other, my mother don't break. Thank you very much. I love your energy. So, bad day. Bad day is relative. Bad day is my friend's sister, 2019, best graduating student of pharmacy, Obafemi Awolowo University. April 2021, she lost her life due to some complications from a road traffic accident. She surrendered all of her to the grave, more like repenting from living, like staying alive is an atrocity. Bad day is waking up on the 46th working day of the month with no pay. You wish you never woke up because hunger pangs are more lenient in your sleep. Bad day is living as a citizen of this country, a country with tons of leaders constantly faking our liberty and the generation before us committed to frustrating our sanity. And so this brings me to bring to your remembrance that we come from a bloodline of fighters. We were born to fight. Many times we fight to win, other times we fight and do not win, but we come back to fight until we win. And one thing is ever sure, we never die of war. All that we have today are beautiful receipts of war. First, we have minds of our own. Second, our liberated minds set us up to live the lives of a dream. Third, we often gather as this to constantly remind ourselves that freedom is not a sweet poison. So, if you hear this message wherever you stand, I stand with each other, my mother don't break. If you hear this message wherever you stand, I stand with each other, my mother don't break. Maybe I need to reiterate that we are gladiators, a special breed of fighters. Every interface is our battlefield, our weaponry made up of subtle missiles. Speaking of the ASTF semicolon LKJ, yes, we are keypad warriors. We have learned to make loud statements with our choices of fashion. They hate it. They call it rebellion. And our dance of victory is none other than the youthful legwork. For your information, my mama hates this. And only if we stand together will we win, and our chance of victory remains who they breathe as we flaunt the badges of crews that we wear. It is our dignity. It has brought us this far. So if you hear this message wherever you stand, I stand with you, child of my mother, don't break. Child of my mother, when they break our wings, so we do not take flight. No, we have not lost the fight. We have what they do not. We have minds of our own. Whispering to us as sweet defiant voices, tending our ears to flap as juvenile wings, to get our coconut heads back up, straight to the top, where they do not want us. No, we know the hear word. We are birds of a feather, we are all that we got, and their plot is a big joke, a child's play, and they are just angry birds of a feather. They can only make sense in the comic word. I say they are just angry birds of a feather. They can only make sense in the comic word. So if you hear this message where you stand, I stand with each other, my don't break, child of my mother don't break. If you hear this message wherever you stand, I stand with each other, my mother don't break. Much more beautiful are the many things that we are not than the few things that we are. We are not confirmed. This synergy is a virtue. Our hearts are sacred altars. And just like the highly encrypted mystery of coconut water, these coconut heads of ours will remain uncracked. We will not allow strange fire into this altar. So this poem is the scepter. This scepter is freedom. This freedom will live on, and from here, we live on. So if you hear this message wherever you stand, I stand with each other, my mother don't break. If you hear this message wherever you stand, I stand with each other, my mother don't break. Thank you.